Hello, my dear friends. Svetlana Shlapak, the founder of UKVisaSuccess.com, is here. I teach law at one of the universities in London, and one of the crucial skills which we help our students acquire is the ability to go straight to the source in order to analyze the law. And this is exactly what we are going to do in this video. I'm going to take you straight to the source, and I'm going to help you understand the rules for extended family members, and by understanding the rules you'll be able to check whether or not you qualify. So let us begin.
Hello, before I start with the video, guys, I just wanted to let you know that over the last couple of weeks, I've received a number of inquiries about the EA family permit applications which the extended family members would like to submit. So what I decided to do, I decided to create an urgent extended family members video series where I will be explaining various rights of extended family members to enter the UK. I thought that was very, very important for those who still want to enter the UK, because the deadline for submitting these types of applications is 31st of December 2020. So if you think you qualify, I strongly suggest that you find my YouTube playlist about the extended family members and you go through the videos. And also, just to let you know that if you would like to know more, and if you'd like to know how to submit an application and have a step-by-step guidance with regards to submitting the EAA family permit applications for those who would like to enter the UK as extended family members, you're very welcome to visit this page, ukvisasuccess.com/EFM, where EFM stands for extended family members access, and here you'll find out how you can get access to the online course where I guide you through the entire process of making this application. Okay, today we are going to talk about Regulation 8 of the Immigration European Economic Area Regulation 2016, the Bible of the EU law, which will disappear on 31st of December 2020. And we are interested in Regulation 8 of the 2016 regulation. And guys, please don't be put off by the legal definitions and legal language of this particular regulation, because I promise you that I will walk you through the entire regulation. I will help you understand how everything works, and I promise you that if you stay with me until the very end of this video, you'll understand fully how Regulation 8 works. So Regulation 8 is for extended family members, and they say here that, first of all, at Regulation 8.1 they give the definition of those who are extended family members, and they say that extended family members are those who are not family members, and they are also known as direct family members. Direct family members are defined at Regulation 7. So these are spouses and civil partners of the EU national, and also direct descendants. Direct descendants are children or grandchildren of either an EU national or their spouse. There are two categories. First of all, those who are under the age of 21. So anyone can apply, any child can apply who is under the age of 21. If children are over the age of 21, then they will need to prove their dependency either on the EU national or their spouse or partner. And the last category of those who can apply is the dependent direct relatives in the descending line. And all this means, the descending line is that it's either a parent or a grandparent. And again, in order for the person to qualify, they will need to prove the dependency factor. And also, just to draw your attention that if you are a student, then only spouses and children under the age of 21 are considered to be your family members. And if you're students, unfortunately, extended family members cannot join you here in the UK. But if you are an EU national and you are exercising treaty rights, in other words, you are working, you are self-sufficient or self-employed, or even if you're a job seeker, but this is only accepted for less than 91 days, then your loved ones, the visa national relatives from outside the UK, there is a potential for them to join you. Okay, but a number of conditions will need to be met. First of all, we need to have a relative of an EU national. So here they explain, this is really important for you to note, because I had a number of questions with regards to this. Unfortunately, after 1st of February 2017, only a relative of the EU national qualifies, not a relative of a spouse. So if we have a spouse who's a visa national and she has a brother who wants to enter the UK, and the brother is the brother-in-law of the spouse, unfortunately they will not qualify. So they have to be the relative of the EU national and not their spouse, because they've changed the rules on 1st of February 2017. So hopefully we'll establish that this has to be a relative of the EU national. And secondly, the relative will need to be outside the UK, wishing to enter the UK, and they will need to prove that they are either a dependent or they were members of the same household of the EU national. You can be in any country and you can be supported by the EU national, whereas if you are relying on the fact that you were a family member of the same household, then you will need to prove that you were residing together with the EU national in your country of origin. And so this is the first part of the requirements. And the second one is that you're wishing to enter the UK in order to join your EU national, or you're traveling together with the EU national. And then you'll need to show that you will continue with the same arrangements. So you will either be dependent on the EU national, or you will remain in the same household. You will continue living in the same household. I draw your attention here that this is a mix and match requirements, and all this means is that the relative may be dependent and now they would like to start working. In this case, all they need to do, they need to prove that they will be a member of the same household. And equally, if someone resided together with the EU national in their country of origin, and now they would like to live separately, but they would like the EU national to support them, again, this test is met. So this has to be either the financial dependency or being a member of the same household, and you'll need to prove that you have an intention of continuing with the same arrangement. So that was the first group. The second one is where we have a relative of an EU national who, on the serious health grounds, strictly requires the personal care of the EU national. So here you'll need to provide documents confirming that you need the assistance either of the EU national or their spouse. And then we have a very similar requirement where they say that the person will be allowed to enter the UK if they can prove that they would meet the requirements for indefinite leave to enter or remain in the United Kingdom as a dependent relative of the EU national. I have created a separate video where I explain this very, very challenging immigration route for dependent relatives of the EU national. But in very simple terms, this particular requirement is much harder to satisfy than this one, because here, in addition to proving that someone has serious medical issues, you will need to prove here that the person is so severely ill that they are either unable to look after themselves, they're unable to cook, to clean, or they're unable to dress themselves. But in addition to that, they will need to prove that the EU national was unable to find someone who would be willing or able to look after their relative back in their country of origin, or the care was so expensive that the EU national relative was unable to pay for it. So this is a very high threshold immigration route. So this one is much easier to satisfy. And finally, we have the route for the partners in durable relationship. Normally, the Home Office says that the partners will need to be in the relationship for at least 2 years before they can make an application as an extended family member. However, this is just their guidance. There is nothing in the EU law which says that partners will need to have resided together for at least 2 years. And sometimes the Home Office will be prepared to make exemptions. For example, where we have a person who is pregnant or where they already have children from this marriage. So this is two of the examples where the Home Office will be prepared to waive that 2 year of cohabitance rule. And the last provision in this Regulation 8 is where they define the relevant EU national. So the relevant EU national is where they say that they are related to the EU national and not to their spouse. So here specifically at Regulations 8.7, they explain that unfortunately if someone is related to the spouse of the EU national, unfortunately they will not qualify. It is not required to prove that you're related, of course, if you are a partner. So in these circumstances, as long as you can provide evidence confirming that you have been residing together for a considerable period of time, ideally for at least 2 years, then you will be maybe recognized as a durable partner. But remember, guys, the Regulation 8 is where you need to prove that you are an extended family member. So if you believe that one of the provisions apply to you, you're very welcome to visit this page, ukvisasuccess.com, EFM, Extended Family Members Access, and get further information about the course which will guide you through the process of making your EA family permit application. And this is it, my friends. This is all we wanted to discuss in this video. Please feel free to explore my YouTube channel and the playlist for extended family members, where I will be talking more about rights of the extended family members to enter the UK. I would like to invite you to visit this page, ukvisasuccess.com/more, where you'll find plenty of free immigration resources explaining various immigration rules. And I also invite you to subscribe to a new, very, very succinct and short newsletter where I'll be updating you on various changes in the world of UK immigration law. And also I will be sending various exclusive invitations to the members of ukvisasuccess.com community. You'll only be able to get these offers if you are subscribed to this newsletter. Have an amazing week, guys.